It's time. Let's see how it sounds.
Okay.
Now, actually,
We're gonna do some cold calling today. Try to get some deals. I'm writing up an offer right now. 2 little baby offers. Today's Rome's birthday.
today's Rome's birthday. Happy birthday to Rome.
Happy birthday to Rome.
All right.
1 year old.
He's
What
1
else
year.
we got shaking?
And you're looking very brown.
I went to the beach yesterday.
Yes.
I got a little bit of a tan for sure.
Nice.
It rained out a little bit.
Really?
They kicked everybody off the beach.
No way.
Like 2 o'clock, they said, "Thunder's coming, get out." So okay. But I don't know. I think it's pretty cool because I just came to the realization that, to my realization on how important it is and how like crazy it is. My grandfather came here like 35 years ago without knowing how to speak English, with 4 kids, and just to give his kids a better life. From there came me out of my mom and all my beautiful cousins and stuff. So that was just 35 years ago. They came here without speaking English. So his whole plan was to bring the family, settle the family down here for a better life, and go back to his country. And that's what he did. So I am busting my ass every day to honor that and keep that moving forward for our family's generation.
The brown skin is from there.
Brown skin poppies from DR.
Exactly.
So yeah, it'll be pretty cool, man, to eventually get a project out in DR. Are you kidding me?
That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
for sure.
Yeah, it will bring John because he's pretty Dominican.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I heard there's no real estate law, there's no taxes, there's no deeds to show you own this property. It's just like
It's a little weird.
it's Dominican Republic. There's no law. That's just what it is. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah. You
Stay
look good
tuned.
with it, though.
Stay tuned. Black on black, baby.
Right?
Throw it in the selfie mode.
We'll throw in stuff.
Flip it around. Throw it in the selfie.
Okay.
Black on black.
Where's? That's a good one. Oh, you can find it there. You going back to Strasbourg?
Back to Strasbourg.
But I like it here.
I know. Maybe like a year. Because then I'm going to find a house here in Strasbourg, in Lehigh Valley. So right now, here's a tip. Just mentioning how I plan to find a home for my family next year. Next year, this time, is when I should start looking. Because, here's the tip. The market is extremely hot right now. You can't even find, nothing is staying on the market because you have a huge influx coming from out of state, people running from the coronavirus. You have interest rates are very low. You have all these, there's a huge ease in lending, which means that banks are giving out money easier. I saw that the 100% financing in the FHA program came back. So that just gives you a bunch of indicators that the market is just hot, the market is overpriced, and the market is going to take a turn. And it's going to fall off the cliff very soon. Because these are the same indicators that were happening back in 2007, 2008. That being said, come the end of this year, when the forbearance plans are over, when people stop getting all this money from the government, assuming that all the money from the government stops, then we're going to see the downfall in real estate. Then we're going to see all the foreclosures happen. Then people are going to start getting scared of buying real estate. So when people are scared, that's when we become greedy. When people are greedy the way they are now, paying all cash, paying over asking price, that's when we should be fearful. So personally, I'm going to start looking for my home next year this time and plan on buying at the end of next year, because that is when I see the market will take a tank. So That's my 2 cents.
That's a good idea.
There ain't no telling, man. Ain't no telling. But only time will tell. Who wants to buy at the top of the market? You don't want to buy at the top of the market.
So right now it's at the top of the market.
It's the top of the market.
Resident is hot.
Residential's hot.
How about commercial?
We're going to do a commercial clip today. We're going to do a commercial real estate recap.
Right.
But I'm ready to buy like a single family home with a yard and a garage and all of that.
You want the white picket fence?
I want the white picket fence, baby.
Okay.
I know I ain't got enough money for that yet, but hopefully I make the move and it will push me to make that moolah. CRE recap video is going to be huge. Let's walk the mall and show them all the stores that are closed.
Exactly.
Let's walk to the industrial place and show them everything that's being built. Good idea.
Because if you're stagnant... Are you getting hungry?
Hungry.
We're done?
Yeah. Si, senor.
Ready?
I'm ready to roll, baby.
Ready, senor?
Yep.
Let's go.
So what do you guys think about that? I mean, there were so many vacancies. Holy Hannah. You had, and the ripple effect of the vacancies, like all the jobs lost, the managers, the store owners that lose there, the shopping center owner that loses there, the bank that loses there. I mean, there is such a huge ripple effect of this. It's a little scary if you ask me, but it just brings big opportunity for the new businesses to come in and take over that can adapt to this space. And thankfully for those businesses, they're gonna be able to get a cheaper rent because there's just so much more supply. The landlords are forced almost to lower their rent. So this is only one case. This is one case in the world. And we saw all the vacancies in this store, all of the new trends, all of the new, basically the new world order that's going on with this COVID thing. All these changes, if you ask me, are permanent. It's a new life, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And we're seeing it hands first. We're seeing it first. History in the making, baby.
History in the making.
Seriously, this is history in the making. Our kids are gonna learn about this, but like, I don't even know. This is gonna be scarring for many people. Like, you talk about the Great Depression, if people were still around that time, they're scarred from it. This is going to scar a lot of America, a lot of the world, because it's global, you know? It's just freaking crazy.
It is.
So, retail, does it come back? When does it come back? How many years does it take to come back? That's a question for you.
Does it come back?
Does it come back? Does retail make the comeback? Is it the comeback kid? Or does it get washed away?
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
What do these big guys do?
Well, what do you mean by big guy? When you say big guy, what do you mean?
All right, like, I mean, I don't know how big these jewelry stores are. But
Okay, so a jewelry store, for example.
what do they do to bounce back? Or they just go bankrupt? Like, they have a plan set for these kind of events.
There not many people have plans set for this. So let me give you an example. There's no Brooks Brothers here. Brooks Brothers. They're not here.
Okay.
But Brooks Brothers, they are a suit shop for men, bankrupt.
What?
Simon, who owns this mall, Simon Property Group, who own and develop this mall, decided that they're gonna buy the company Brooks Brothers. Guess what?
What?
Simon
is probably the landlord for almost all those leases. Because Brooks Brothers only goes into the best shopping centers, which is what Simon has. So they're just gonna buy a company. They could reduce their own rent. They could stabilize the company. They don't have to pay themselves rent until the company is stabilized and up, and they're able to, you know, make it more, give it more of an online presence. I'm not sure what they saw in the company, but Simon decided they're gonna buy Brooks Brothers that's going bankrupt. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to see a bunch of people buying companies at very low prices, growing the companies, possibly flipping them or whatever. So some are going to go bankrupt. Toast, we're never going to see them again. Some are going to be brought back to life by somebody else that decided to come and buy it.
Wow.
And Brooks Brothers is a good example. You know Ty Lopez? He also bought, I forget which one it was, but he bought a company that everyone knows, Pier 1 Imports. He bought, not him by himself, but he bought Pier 1 Imports, and he's the marketing genius of the world right now, one of them. And they're just gonna give the company a better online presence, and boom, they bought a extremely valuable company, an extremely valuable name for pennies on a dollar, because it was going bankrupt, and they're gonna blow it up. That's what's happening. Listen, retail got freaking crushed. Hospitality, though, there's travel bans. There's concerns of being inside, people touching. Are they cleaning the rooms? The United States, I mean, we can't travel anywhere, really. Hospitality is getting crushed. And if you step back a little bit, you'll be able to see what we're standing in front of. And that is the Allentown Park Hotel. My guys bought this for about $9 million, I believe it's on the tax return, the public record of $9 million, dumped another few million into the building, and right now they'll sell this building for upwards of about $7 million. They're taking a mean haircut. That sign right there is on Route 78. I mean, location. Yes, it's a little hard to get to, but selling. They will do anything to get out of this deal, and that just goes to show another one case happening right here in our backyard. What's gonna happen to these guys? Maybe a senior living facility comes out of this. Maybe they turn this into apartments. You know, all you gotta do is put a kitchen. I don't know. Somebody, and it was a hotel owner, two hotel owners, and granted, he owns a hotel near Disney, right? So Disney is a ghost town right now. They're not open, and they don't know when they're gonna open. He said, we're at such a low occupancy now, we're hurting so bad right now, but after coronavirus is over, that's when we'll die.
Wow.
What? So, my bad, I'm sorry to you guys, because I didn't ask and go in deeper and say, why did you say that? Why did you say that? But just from a big player like that to say after coronavirus, hospitality is dead. Before we get rained on, I would love to know from the audience, what do you think is gonna happen to hospitality? What do you see going in there of a hotel in this current environment, or what do you see happening to it in 5 years? Does it come back? Does everybody just start traveling again? How long would that take? Northeast Pennsylvania. So, Lehigh Valley, the Poconos, office is a very slow market. Slow to lease, slow to sell, doesn't have the best cap rates. The list goes on. Portfolio trades in the Lehigh Valley. A group out of Texas, I believe it is, buys nearly 500,000 square feet of space, of office space, in the Lehigh Valley surrounding areas, totaling about 13 offices. They spent $137 million on all of these offices. There has not been a deal that big in ages. The Lehigh Valley office market, Northeast Pennsylvania office market is so slow. It's slow to lease, it's so slow to rent. So this gives a glimpse of hope to the people of the Lehigh Valley. Why would this company buy this office building, these office buildings, medical office buildings, at over $300 per square foot?
Logically.
It's not. But at least not right now. They probably see something in 10 years that we don't see. I understand Lehigh Valley is on fire. Lehigh Valley, logistically, Lehigh Valley, job growth, people growth, everything is coming here. That's a really big number. Coordinated Health has just been acquired by the Lehigh Valley Health Network. And then after that, the CEO sells for $137 million for all the real estate. Holy cow. I mean, like, that's a nice building. That's a gorgeous building.
It is.
But
That's
is
nice.
that building worth $300 per square foot?
Logically.
It's not. But at least not right now. They probably see something in 10 years that we don't see. So then here's a question I have for the audience. With the new CDC guidelines, you need more space per employee. But then you have people like Google and Facebook and Twitter and all these people that are saying, you know what? Just work from home. We don't need you guys. You're just as productive. So when the people that like to be in the office come back, and the ones that wanted to stay home, do they stay home or do they come back? And when they do come back, the ones that decide to come back, do they now need more space? Because they need more space per employee, CDC guidelines, right? So that's a question for the audience. Will office come back? How long would it take to come back? I think there's two questions. Okay, so you guys might know the DJ Marshmallow with the big head, the big marshmallow head. Well, guess what? He partnered with a local guy here, and they created stuffed puffs.
What?
Stuffed marshmallows. And now look at that huge facility, and that's theirs. Built by Petrucci, JG Petrucci. This is their ground, and they lease it to Stuffed Puffs, and they're hiring tons of people here. And then you go over this way, and you see this other massive industrial facility, warehouse facility. And that just leads into the perfect segue of the industrial market. The Lehigh Valley is so well insulated in the industrial market where everyone thought it was softening a little bit. Coronavirus hits, then now everything's online, and Lehigh Valley industrial market is on fire. People are paying big money to be in the Lehigh Valley industrial market from all over the country. They're coming here to buy the industrial space. And here's the reason. Why is it sustainable to come here, right? Why does it make sense to come to the Lehigh Valley industrial market? Well, where we are right here, you can reach Boston, Chicago, Ohio, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Maryland, Baltimore. I think I said that. New York. I mean, you can reach 40% of the major cities from the Lehigh Valley within just a few hours. So, I mean, it's a no-brainer. It was already doing well before. Right now, industrial market, at least here, and I would say in most parts of the country, there's gonna be more online shopping, which means more fulfillment centers and more industrial space. So I'm very bullish on the industrial space. I'm so bullish on the in the industrial space that I want you, the audience, to tell me, what am I missing? What do you see that can go bad in the industrial space? What do you see that is a negative? What's gonna happen with industrial? Will it be on fire forever? So maybe then there's too much supply, and then what happens when there's too much supply? Prices go down. But I believe they got some vacancy. So if you have any tenant that wants to come to the Lehigh Valley, let me know. We'll get in touch with the owners here and put you into the space.
This is a big building.
Yeah, it's a huge space. From the best builder in the Lehigh Valley, JG Petrucci, I mean, the best builders in the Lehigh Valley. got one more, baby. We
All right,
got
let's
one
go.
more outside.
Is that?
Outside with it. But the last sector, the multifamily space, right?
Like this.
The multifamily space. What's gonna happen to the residential markets of the world, right? The housing markets of the world. So you have 40. It's gonna probably level off at 20 million people unemployed. A lot of those people have houses. A lot of those houses are going to go with foreclosure. Just like people were so scarred in 2008, people are going to be very, very, very scarred in 2020. And they're probably not going to want to go and get locked up in a house, pay all that money to then have it foreclosed on them. So what are they going to do? They're not going to go homeless. They're going to move into an apartment. They're going to go into a little luxury apartment. And that's where they're probably going to settle down for a while. So what's that going to do? It's going to bring a huge supply, a huge inventory to the market, which drive prices down. Government money is going to run out at some point. So will people continue to pay their rent? Right now, we're in August of 2020. In September, there's no more money. As we know right now, there's no money in September. So will people continue to pay their rent? That is up for the audience to decide. Does the multifamily space stay strong? Because it is. How is it going to take a dip? If so, how hard of a dip does it take? That's it, baby. We went through every sector. Multifamily, office, industrial, hospitality, and retail. I want to know each one, or whichever ones interests you guys the most. Where do you think it's going? Where do you see it in 12 months? Where do you see it in 60 months, 5 years, right? That's a wrap. That's the commercial real estate update. Mid-pandemic, 2020, in August. I'm spitting on the camera. I'm ready to go. I hope you guys like this video. Please share it if you want to see more. Like and subscribe, because we got to get these subscribers up. Let's get to 500 subscriibers, and then we're going to do something cool. Ooh. That's a wrap, baby.
All right.
Love you guys.
Let's go. Ciao, ciao.
Adios.
Bye, Roberto.
Nos vemos.
Let's go.
But we got to keep our mind on the future and what's going to happen and what's going to be created out of this. So weather the storm. That's it, baby. That's retail. That's retail coronavirus 2020.